Yeah. Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's Virtual Artist Talk. This is a collaborative series between Austin Thomas and Lozan Sewan of the Art and Design Gallery and me, Gabrielle Lauricella from the museum at FIT. The moderator for today's talk will be Joy Berry, president of FIT's Black Student Union. Joy is a fourth semester student in the Communication Design AAS program and one of the curators of the Back to the Present virtual exhibition. Today, Joy will be speaking with some of the participating artists from the show. I'd like to ask that you please mute yourselves and add your questions and comments to the chat, and we'll visit those following the talk. The link to the Back to the Present virtual exhibition is in the chat. And with that, I'll turn things over to Joy.
Hi, everyone. So we can just go ahead and get started, and looking forward to the artist talk for today. So right here, we have Akash. Akash, are you present?
I'm here. Hello.
Perfect. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. What about you?
Doing very well. So I'm really intrigued by your artwork. It really brought a sense of pop culture that we were looking for to bring into the exhibition.
Thank you.
And I would like to first know about, who you are as an artist, and just tell us about yourself.
Okay, my name is Akash Singh. I'm actually a sophomore student at the SUNY College at Old Westbury. My friend Inoska, she's in here. She told me about this exhibition because I've actually been pretty big on digital art lately. So I joined, and I dropped my artwork, and that's pretty much it.
Awesome. And tell me a little bit more about kind of your muse. Like, I know Megan Thee Stallion's super big right now. What inspired you to do the pieces, especially the good news pieces?
Well, I'm pretty much following her train of thought in terms of the album itself. 2020 has been a really bad year. It's been like a really controversial year, and her music actually, her music, her attitude, they brought a little bit of hope into it. The reason behind these pieces is I just want to showcase the celebratory meaning behind her album, so I recreated it in art.
Very nice, very nice. And
I'm
you
sorry,
also
I'm a
have
little
this.
nervous.
No problem. You're doing amazing. And also tell us about this BLM poster you created. I really like the typography you used.
This piece I actually created around the time of the George Floyd protests. It's basically just a reminder, so to speak, that Black lives do matter. They are just as important as anyone else's, and all lives can't matter until Black lives do.
Period.
I know that's right.
Yes, absolutely, 110%. And is there anything else that you want to plug? I see your Instagram here. Anything else you're working on?
Right now I'm actually working on a few more Megan Thee Stallion pieces. I'm a really big fan of hers. I draw her a lot. She actually posted my art on her story 2 weeks ago. It's just I have a lot of things going on, a lot of good projects that are coming up. So if you want to stay in tune with them, my Instagram's there. My website's minute42.com, and that's all.
Very nice. I'm a big fan of Megan too, so I was like so happy when I saw these.
Thank you very much.
And we can go to the next one.
Definitely. All right. Thank you.
And Ashley's here.
Hi.
Awesome. Hey, Ashley. So tell us, even though you curated this exhibition with me, tell us about yourself, and we can get into your artwork.
Hi everyone, I'm Ashley. I'm a sophomore in the fashion design program at FIT, and I decided to submit poetry for the exhibition.
And would you like to read your poem to us? We haven't had it
yet. I can read it. Misunderstood. At my piano. It seems often at my piano they want a song from me. I have given this world the most of me. I sing to them my soul on a stage as a name I've never owned. Mina. the lie my mother never knew in my youth. The bare-bone truth in my eyes I could never hide from the piano. With my black magic, I allow the crowd of white people to hear the aggravation and fatigue of a black soul. They don't hear it. Like a dog whistle to a human ear, they are entertained by the silence of the sound they can't understand. I phrase the chorus so they can wonder what conditions produce such sorrow. I sing on a stage. I am searching in the crowd, in my fingertips, in the Black Power movement, just as I searched in Andy, in the hearts of people who listen to me on the radio. I am misunderstood. The melody says, help me cope. The lyric predicts I was never meant to live this long, yet here I am. In the voice of Nina Simone, after her live performance at Montreux Jazz Festival in Montreux, Switzerland in 1976.
It's so powerful. And I definitely want to know, what inspired you, to include this or write this.
Well, actually, it was an assignment. I took poetry writing last semester, and the professor gave us an assignment to do it and write a poem in the voice of someone else. So I chose Nina Simone because I had been listening to her a lot at the time, and actually the song "Please Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood" inspired this poem. And I thought like misunderstood as in like miss, like I thought it would be a good phrasing. So that's what inspired this. And I had seen her play online. I watched a video of her playing at this jazz festival, and it just inspired me to write this poem.
Yes, it's such a good poem. And also, I know, because we lived together for a minute, that you write poetry as well and do things here and there. So what can we expect from Ashley Simpson?
I definitely want to continue. I think like since like quarantine and everything, it just inspired me to just like, why not? Like, why not write? Why not try to share it? Because I felt like, maybe I'm not good enough, but you never know until you just go out there and do it. So definitely expect more poetry from me, just all forms of art from me.
That's awesome. And Ashley's Instagram is right there. Do you want to plug anything else?
No, just my Instagram, and just, read us on the newsroom at FIT did an interview with us on the exhibition. So if you want to hear more about, just in general, why we chose to do this and all that, read about that. That's it.
Awesome. And thank you so much, Ashley.
Thank you.
And now we have Nia Jackson. Nia
Hi.
Jackson.
Oh, hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you? I'm doing great.
I'm good.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we can dive into your artwork.
So my name is Nia. I am currently a sophomore at FIT. I do live in Maryland, so I'm an out-of-state student. And yeah, I'm a fine arts sophomore planning to go into VPED.
Oh, yay, VPED. I love VPED. So tell us about your artwork, what inspired you, all of that.
So the painting is called Say Their Names. With the Black Lives Matter movement, there's so many, like, tragically to say that there's so many Black lives that were lost. So with this painting, I wanted to put all their names in there. And there's so many more names that I could have put, but they couldn't fit. And that's the biggest issue, is that there should never have been the conversation that so many names couldn't fit. So with this painting, I really wanted to like emphasize the outcry amongst the Black community and just what we're going through. Because right now, so many people want to say, oh, BLM is a trend. It's not a trend. Our lives matter, and it's time for people to listen to that. So say their names and keep on saying them.
Big facts, and it can feel, when people say BLM is a trend, it feels kind of performative, because doesn't that defeat the entire purpose of it, and people using protests as a trend and events more than the actual protest. So this piece just really spoke to me, and it really, it added a lot of dimension to our exhibition. So thank you for this. And is there anything else that you are working on? Anything you want to say about any other pieces you're working on?
I'm working on, they're somewhere around the room. I'm working on a few other paintings. Most of my work is about like Black empowerment in that area and female empowerment. And so, yeah, if you go to my Instagram account, Nia Carson, I'm working on some stuff over there. My website's also over there. So if you want to commission or anything, there's that. But yeah, there's a few of my work over there. And then there's my website that has a bit more of my work.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And amazing artwork, just amazing artwork.
I really appreciate it.
And now we can go to Val.
Hey everyone, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Awesome. So tell us about yourself, and of course, we can dive into the artwork.
So my name is Valen Daughtrey. I'm a freelance illustrator from the Bronx. I graduated from FIT in 2015 and then again in 2018. I also did a minor in English writing and art history. This piece right here, Peaceful Protest. So, hello, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
for it.
So this piece, Peaceful Protest. I had just been doodling in my sketchbook, and I have a big craft book, and I wanted to revisit this style of working on craft paper, ink with gesso, and during this time it was the George Floyd situation just happened, and a lot of protests were happening in the streets, and I kind of wanted to lend my voice to it, and I didn't see myself as someone that wanted to be out in the streets risking my body, because the themes of the protest kind of got hijacked and things became a little bit more aggressive. And I wanted to remind people that the protests are peaceful. So I had a friend of mine that owns a coffee shop in Brooklyn. He contacted me, said if I had any pieces that I wanted to put up in the coffee shop, and I was like, yeah, I'm working on something. I haven't finished it, but I'll definitely finish it for you, and maybe we could figure out a charity or something like that we can give the money to if it sells. So I worked on this piece, and this is what it is.
Thank you. And it just spoke to us, and especially like the use of, is this the United States, which building is this?
So this is one of the courthouse down near the Brooklyn Bridge. There's a park across the street from the courthouse with the statue in front of it. The statue is called Triumph of the Human Spirit. It's in Foley Park.
Mm-hmm.
And through social media, I have a bunch of friends that were involved in protest, and through images that I've seen on social media and online, some photography from here and here, some protests that walked down the street. I wanted to compose this piece and put it together so that people could just kind of recognize. It was a lot that went into it as far as the contrast with the black and white. So the statue being black and white. The first thing that I had to put down was the gesso, which is just a blank white, and it just kind of added texture. And then I'm taking my ink and I'm trying to figure out ways to make certain areas pop to give it a little bit more depth. And I'm using certain areas where I'm adding a little bit more detail so that your eye can land there first. And some places are just using line work and some brush strokes with the ink, kind of like a gouache, like ink once you dip it into water, just to kind of give it some tones and things like that.
And was there like with the ink as well, just out of curiosity, was there the specific choice of using the black and the white, or like the gray? Yeah.
No, it kind of morphed on its own. I just was having fun with it. Grayscale kind of came in there. Yeah, just having fun with it. That's pretty much how I got to that point.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And again, like this piece, like is kind of also another defining piece in our exhibition. And I really appreciate you submitting this, especially as an alum as well.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I wanted to share the quote that also went with this piece. So I had a quote that went with the piece, and is, "I stand, I march, I protest, so that my brothers and sisters can just breathe." I know all of us have, seen the events that have gone on this past summer, and are still happening across the world in America. And I just wanted to kind of capture something that was peaceful, and people standing together and for something. And I didn't realize that this piece was going to get the traction that it did, but it did get some traction, and got picked up by the coffee shop. Then it got purchased by a tattoo shop. People were ordering prints. A few T-shirts were made. there's a council assemblywoman by the name of Chantel Jackson from the 79th district of the Bronx. She actually just won, and she wore her T-shirt to her ceremony being elected in, which was like big media for me, I guess. Yeah, I can go on and on with this piece. But when I was at FIT, there was no Black student union, and I wish there was a Black student union. It was a basketball team, and that was kind of the area of people that I kind of gravitated towards, besides my artist friends and some of my mentors. One of my mentors is in here now, Melanie Ream, beautiful artist. That's pretty much it. I don't want to talk. I'm a little long-winded sometimes.
No, but like I really do appreciate you also saying that. Like we've, especially as like the president, and of course we have a few of our e-board members in here now. Every single time we talk to alumni, they're like, yeah, we didn't have a Black student union, or the Black student union didn't do as much. And we're really trying to push and change that narrative and collaborate with alumni, have alumni speak to us so we can really just like hone in on the Black culture at FIT and keep this kind of tradition and try to implement a tradition of having an exhibition where we, incorporate everyone. So I really appreciate you here.
I definitely appreciate you guys. I see what you guys are doing on social media. I see the events that are popping up around FIT. The culture is definitely changing. Definitely keep doing what you guys are doing. I know times are tough right now and everybody's virtual, but I'm sure that the current students appreciate you guys.
Absolutely. Thank you so much again.
No problem. Am I allowed to plug?
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
So I'm actually this piece was a part of a series that I kind of committed to during quarantine, and there's a event happening tonight at 6:00 at the Power Lab on Instagram. They're doing a live show with poetry, and some of my pieces are featured. So if you want to see other pieces that are a part of this series, then you could definitely go to at the Power Lab. I'll put it in the chat and join in. There's probably going to be some music. There're going to be some poets, and there are going to be some other pieces of mine. I also added some augmented reality into these pieces, so hopefully that those will translate well through virtual cameras and things like that. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And definitely do put that in the chat. Definitely check it out. And I see that we do have Victoria here, so we can go back to Victoria and Esther's piece. So Victoria.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? Good. So first, before we dive into your piece, you and Esther's piece, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So actually, I don't go to FIT. I actually live in Canada, and I'm currently going to Durham College for social work, and I'm about to transfer to Ryerson to get my bachelor's in social work. And previously to this whole platform and FIT and the artwork for Black and supporting Black lives, I didn't even know about Madam C. Walker, which is the person that we chose for this. So I did some little research on her just to find out who she was, and she was actually a great predominant person in Black history, and she has a hair care line specifically for Black people, and she was a philanthropist, and she was just helping up so much people, Black YMCA and NAACP and all those things. So that's a little bit about me.
Awesome, very nice. And yes, well, of course, there's a Madam C.J. Walker piece, and I really love this. I know Esther as well. I have one of her bonnets, so I find it kind of funny. I was like, oh, I know her. I have her, her products. So could you tell us a little bit about this collaboration piece between the two of you?
Sure. So first I met Esther after I did a commission for her brand, which is her logo for Burgess Bonnet, if you want to buy a bonnet, And then after she texts me, and then she's like, oh, there's a thing going on at my school. Do you want to participate? It's it's going to contribute to like a lot of things. So I was like, sure. I was actually busy that day, but I was like, I'm going to make time for it because I know what's going on in the world, especially in America. Not so much in Canada. We don't have a lot of it, but America, there's a lot of like the protests and everything going on. And like it died down around the time she texted me about it. But I was like, it's still important. There's still people suffering because of this. And I still want to do something that will like promote Black lives and like get people to actually think about it more than it's dying down and it's not important, and it actually is important to people. So this piece, I actually did it digitally, if you can't tell. I used the app Procreate, and while I was doing this, I was just on Netflix and I was watching, Netflix has a movie on Madam C. Walker, and I was just watching it just to like get the feel for like who she was. And with the colors, because Black Lives Matter is a Black movement, and she may not be African, but I wanted to identify some of that because I have African culture, and I know people in the States who are family who are suffering because of the Black Lives Matter movement right now. And I just wanted to, that's why her bonnet, which is, what do you call it? That's why her bonnet is in African print.
Very nice. And yes, thank you so much. I see like the kente cloth and like, you know, the little kind of embellishments of it to, you know, further emphasize that point. And yeah, perfect. Is there anything that you want to plug that you're working on?
Not really. I'm kind of freelance because I have school. I also work 5 days a week. So I'm doing art pieces here and there. I do have commissions open if anyone. I usually do digital, but right now I'm trying to work with a company to make phone cases. So that's what's kind of going on right now.
Awesome. Congratulations. And thank you so much for sharing. All right, perfect. So that is all of our artists. Thank you so much for basically tuning into all of these artist talks. I'm going to turn it over to Gabrielle with any questions or comments. If you have any questions for any artists, please type them in the chat, any other comments, and all of that.
Thanks so much, Joy, and thanks to everyone who presented their work today. I'm just looking through the chat, and people were raving about Akash, your piece. Alexander Nagel says he loves good news. Ashley, that poem, you brought Kia to tears. Everyone loved that poem. It was awesome. Thank you, really, thank you, Ashley, for reading it. It was fantastic. Melanie Ream says, what a great piece, shows off your thoughtful passion and your great skills as a draftsman. To Nia, Lorraine Simpson says, you've captured the essence of our outcry in your artwork. Thank you for sharing it. Going down, more comments, just beautiful artwork. Dean Richards commented on everyone's terrific work and thank you. To Val, Lorraine Simpson says, very nice and moving piece of artwork. Thank you for sharing it with us. Your expression through art is phenomenal. And a reminder for everyone to the event that Val was talking about that is happening tonight at the Power Lab on Instagram. And that's it for the comments. If anyone has any questions, you can put them in the chat or unmute yourself and ask a question to the artists that are here.
Alrighty. Well, Weary will be around, and Troy Richards left a little comment before he went out, but thank you so much. And thank you so much, everyone, for coming to these artist talks. I'm also going to turn it over to Ashley because she has an event tomorrow with Globally Connected, so go for it.
Okay, hi everybody. Today is our last artist talk for this exhibition, but tomorrow I'm going to be working with FIT's Globally Connected at FIT. It's a series that they've been having to promote like cultural conversation. So I'm going to be talking with the senior writer and producer for BET, Joelle Papal, and we're going to basically talk about the connection between fashion and entertainment and how being Black in those realms in the industry, like the difficulties and just commonalities. And she's also an alum from FIT, so we're going to just learn more about her experience and how it is, because a lot of times in BSU, Joy had mentioned this, we hear about Black alum, but we've never seen them. So I'm just so happy that, you know, we got to see more, and we're trying to incorporate that more into our club so that we can see we can do things outside of FIT and come back and support the BSU. So that's going to be happening tomorrow on Friday from 12 to 1.
Great, thanks, Ashley. Austin, did you want to say something before?
Sure. This is the last in the series of talks where we explored back to the present. I just really wanted to thank everybody who participated and encourage people to visit the virtual exhibition, which I think Losan put in the chat. It's on Art Steps, and you know, everybody just did an amazing job. We really enjoyed celebrating Black History Month with you. Thank you. And I hope we see you all in a couple of weeks for another virtual artist talk. Thank you.